Most people waste 3 or more hours every single day on tasks that AI could handle in minutes. Email replies, research, content creation, scheduling, all of it adding up to lost time you will never get back. In this video, I am going to show you the exact AI tool stack that top performers are using to cut that wasted time down to almost nothing. And more importantly, I will show you how to set it up today, starting from scratch. Welcome to Work Smarter, the channel where we cover the best tools and systems to help you get more done, with less stress. I am really glad you are here, because what you are about to learn could save you anywhere from 1 to 3 hours every single day. That is not a small number. That is time you can spend on the work that actually matters, or on your life outside of work. Today, we are building an AI productivity stack from the ground up. This stack has 4 layers, and by the time we are done, you will understand exactly which tools to use, when to use them, and how they all fit together. Before we dive in, if you find this video useful, make sure to subscribe. We put out new videos every week covering tools and systems just like this one. Alright, let us get into it. Here are the 4 layers we are covering today. Layer 1 is AI writing and research. Layer 2 is AI automation. Layer 3 is AI knowledge management. And Layer 4 is AI for creative output. Let us start with Layer 1. Layer 1 is AI writing and research, and this is the layer that most people start with, and for good reason. The tools here are the most immediately impactful in day-to-day work. The big 3 you need to know are Claude, Perplexity, and ChatGPT. Each of them plays a slightly different role in your workflow, so let me break down when to use each one. Claude is your writing partner. It is best for long-form drafts, nuanced emails, and anything where tone and structure matter. When you need to write a professional email response, draft a proposal, or summarize a long document, Claude is the tool to reach for first. Here is a quick example of how this works in practice. Say you get a long, detailed email from a client asking about a project delay. Instead of spending 20 minutes staring at a blank reply and crafting the perfect response, you paste that email into Claude. Give it the context, what actually caused the delay, what the updated timeline is, and ask it to draft a professional, empathetic response that keeps the relationship strong. 30 seconds later, you have a draft that is likely better than what you would have written yourself after 20 minutes of effort. That is the power of Claude for writing. Perplexity is your research tool. Think of it as a search engine that actually reads the pages for you and gives you a direct, cited answer instead of a list of links to click through. Instead of opening 15 browser tabs, running through each page, and synthesizing the information yourself, you get one clean summary with sources you can verify. For market research, competitive analysis, or fact-checking, Perplexity is consistently the fastest path to reliable, sourced information. ChatGPT rounds out the trio as your general-purpose tool. It is flexible, widely supported, and has the largest ecosystem of integrations and plugins. For quick questions, brainstorming sessions, and everyday tasks, it works very well. Many workflows use all 3 of these tools together: Perplexity for research, Claude for writing, ChatGPT for quick tasks and integrations. The key takeaway for Layer 1: these tools can realistically replace 1 to 2 hours of writing and research work per day. That is not a small number. Over a month, that is 40 to 80 hours returned to you, and those hours compound over time. Layer 2 is AI automation, and this is where things get really powerful, because unlike Layer 1 where you are actively using a tool, Layer 2 works even when you are not. These automations run in the background while you focus on higher value work. The tools in Layer 2 are Zapier, Make, formerly called Integromat, and N8N. These are automation platforms that connect your apps and trigger actions based on events, with no code required for most use cases. Think of Zapier as the easiest starting point for most people. You create a workflow called a zap, a simple if this then that rule, and it runs automatically in the background from that point on. One of the most popular zaps is this. When you receive a Gmail email with an attachment, automatically save that attachment to a specific Notion database or Google Drive folder. You set it up once. It runs forever, every single time, automatically, without you touching it. Make is the step up when you need more complex, multi-step workflows, conditional logic, data transformations, loops, and branching paths. If you are routing customer support inquiries, syncing CRM data across platforms, or building workflows that touch 4 or 5 different apps, Make gives you a powerful visual workflow builder to design it cleanly. The interface takes a bit longer to learn than Zapier, but the power you get in return is worth it. N8N is the self-hosted option for teams who want full control over their data and workflows without paying per task pricing as their automation scale. It is more technical to set up. You need to run it on a server, but incredibly flexible once it is running. If data privacy is a concern or you are running high volumes, N8N is worth the extra setup effort. The key takeaway for Layer 2 is this. You are not just saving individual minutes. You are removing entire categories of manual, repetitive work from your week. Tasks that used to require your attention now happen automatically, consistently, and without the possibility of human error. And this layer compounds. The more automations you build, the more time you recover every single week. Layer 3 is AI knowledge management, and this layer solves one of the most persistent and frustrating productivity problems: important information that falls through the cracks. The tools in Layer 3 are Notion AI and Obsidian with AI plugins. Both help you build what productivity experts call a second brain, a searchable, well-organized repository of everything important to your professional life. Notion AI is built directly into Notion's existing workspace, which means if you already use Notion for notes, project management, or documentation, the AI layer adds capabilities without requiring you to change your workflow. Specifically, it adds summarization, action item extraction, and content generation right inside the tool you are already using. Here is a practical example that saves significant time. You just finished a 45-minute team meeting. Normally, you would manually review your notes, transcribe any decisions that were made, and pull out the action items for each person. With Notion AI, you paste the meeting transcript into a Notion page and ask it to extract the key decisions and action items, formatted and ready to share. In seconds, you have a structured, shareable document. Then you can tag people and push those action items into your project management system. The whole process that used to take 20 to 30 minutes now takes about 3. Obsidian with AI plugins is the more powerful option for knowledge workers who want a personal knowledge graph, a web of connected ideas, notes, and references that grows more valuable over time. Obsidian stores everything as local markdown files, which means your knowledge is always yours and never locked into a subscription. AI plugins let you search, synthesize, and generate content across your entire knowledge base. Over time, your Obsidian Vault literally becomes a searchable version of your professional brain. Every insight, every decision, every piece of research you have ever captured, connected and retrievable. The key takeaway for Layer 3. You will never lose an important idea, action item, or piece of information again. And when you need to find something, you find it in seconds rather than spending minutes searching through email threads, old documents, and scattered notes. Layer 4 is AI for creative output, and this is the layer that truly levels the playing field, because it means you no longer need a design team, a video editor, or a professional copywriter to produce high-quality, polished content. The tools in Layer 4 include Canva AI, various screen recording AI tools like Loom, and image generation platforms. Together, they let you produce professional-looking content in a fraction of the time it used to take. Canva AI is the most accessible starting point for most people. Inside Canva, you can generate custom images, create branded slide decks and presentations, and design social media graphics, all with AI assistance that dramatically reduces the time spent on design decisions. A practical example: creating a thumbnail for a YouTube video or a slide for a presentation. What used to require a professional designer spending 30 to 60 minutes on sketching concepts, sourcing images, iterating on layouts, can now be done in under 2 minutes with Canva AI. You type a description of what you want, choose a visual style, and iterate through options until you have something you are genuinely happy with. The quality is consistently strong. Screen recording AI tools have also made a significant leap forward. Loom, for example, now adds AI-generated summaries and automatic chapter markers to your screen recordings, making it easy to record walkthroughs, demos, and async updates that anyone can navigate quickly. For teams that have a lot of synchronous meetings, this is a genuine replacement. Instead of a 45-minute meeting, you record a 12-minute demo with Loom, the AI summarizes it, and people watch at their own speed when it works for their schedule. That is hours of collective time saved per week. The key takeaway for Layer 4. The barrier between your ideas and polished, professional output has nearly disappeared. You can now produce quality content that represents your work well, without needing a full creative team behind you. Now let us see how this entire stack plays out in a real workday. This is where it all comes together. In the morning, you start with Perplexity for a quick 5-minute briefing on anything relevant to your work, industry news, project context, research you need before your first meeting. Then you use Claude to draft your most important email replies before the day gets busy. What used to take 45 minutes now takes 10. Through the midday, your Zapier and Make automations are running quietly in the background, routing incoming emails, saving attachments, syncing your project management tool with your CRM, all without your attention or effort. In the afternoon, after your meetings, you drop transcripts into Notion AI to extract action items and update your second brain in Obsidian. Your knowledge base grows a little every day, automatically. In the evening, if you are creating content for your business or personal brand, you use Canva AI and your recording tools to produce assets in a fraction of the time it used to take. A thumbnail that took 30 minutes now takes 2. A video summary that required editing now generates itself. That is the full AI productivity stack operating as a complete system. Each layer supports the others. The research tools feed the writing tools. The automation tools reduce the manual work around knowledge management. The creative tools make the output from all the other layers easier to share and communicate. To recap the 4 layers. Layer 1 is AI writing and research, Claude, Perplexity, and ChatGPT. Layer 2 is AI automation, Zapier, Make, and N8N. Layer 3 is AI knowledge management, Notion AI and Obsidian. And Layer 4 is AI for creative output, Canva AI and AI-powered recording tools. My recommendation. Pick one layer to start with this week. Add one tool. Use it every day for a week and measure the time you get back. You do not have to build the whole stack overnight. In fact, trying to implement everything at once is a common mistake that leads to abandoning all of it. Start with one layer, see the results, then build from there. If you found this video useful, please subscribe. We publish new videos every week on tools like these. And drop a comment below telling me which tool you are adding to your stack first. I genuinely read every comment and I would love to know what you are working on. See you in the next one.